So, welcome to my review for WUCHANG Fallen Feathers. I have a good 75 hours into this game, and this is kind of a follow-up video from my first impressions. So, um, to get started, this game is really good in my opinion. It took me some time to actually have the game like growing on me, but it is really good, and I will get over into like why it is really good, why I think it's different than other like Souls games or other like Souls-like games. Um, then also some things that I think they did well, some things that I think they might improve. But that being said, I'm actually gonna start with the weapons because weapons in this game they completely changes your playstyle. In that way, like in my first impressions, I said that what I do miss about attacks is that like attacks they didn't have any weight to them. Um, and I think that's partly because like in most like Souls games, in most Souls-like games, if you like, for example, use something like the daggers, they're like fast, but they don't do a lot of staggering. Well, if you like use the axe, you expect to like stagger more, to like stun lock certain enemies. That is like not totally the case here. The axe has some stagger potential, but I think it is wrong to like play this like another Souls game and think like, oh, light weapons are like fast and heavy weapons need to like stagger. Um, but if you like dive deeper into it, every weapon has like a very distinctive playstyle. For example, the two weapons that I used were like axe and daggers, and that's what that are like the weapons that I will get into. Um, so if we go to the skill tree real quick, I can actually showcase you what I mean with like different playstyles. And I think that the weapon that you choose will totally impact the way that you play the game. So originally I started with axe. And I started with this like old mindset that I had something like, oh yeah, big weapons, heavy weapons, they will stagger enemies. Well, the X doesn't really do that. It obviously does it better than the other weapons, but it isn't like your typical heavy weapon. Like a playstyle that you have with the X is, for example, this, like with Earthshaker, you get like an insane amount of hyper armor that you can actually pretty much face tank any hit that you receive. If you then like combine that with, for example, the life leech here, that gives you like healing on your attacks, and you also combine it with some benedictions that can give you like reduced damage taken for a short time. Unlike every time you attack, you take like reduced damage. Together with some spells and all, then you have like the more face tank, I don't care type of playstyle. If you like on the other side look to like the daggers do something that is called clash. And clash is a little bit like it's a little bit like a parry, but like instead of like parrying and attacking, you attack and you parry at the same time. So like you attack an enemy, and if their weapon strikes yours, you're clashing with them. So the daggers really offer this like you can keep attacking and you will defend yourself while you're attacking playstyle. It is my most used weapon in my playthrough. Just because I like it so much. If you combine it also with like the life leech, it will heal you while you're clashing. You also have like an ability here that is called Blade Master. Uh, that makes so that your clashes also heal yourself. Uh, then you can like combine it with things like I did, whereas yeah, like my second stone, gaining Skyborn Might, and those your attacks with like Life Leech for a short period. So like if you really build around it, you can really have this like keep clashing, keep healing, keep attacking, keep healing, keep being aggressive, keep healing, playstyle that you have with daggers. So for me, that was my most used weapon. I loved it, especially human. Like for monsters, I think the axe was better. For humanoids, I think the daggers were better. But for me, it was really satisfying. If you then like look to the other weapons, I'm not gonna lie, the other weapons I didn't use as much as those two. One weapon that I'm using as well, like in my entire playthrough, is like the one-handed sword, and for that reason is because like you can kind of read it here. Gain one stack of Skybound Might every so often while wielding a one-handed weapon. This is really handy because like I can have my daggers in my main hand, and I can like for example equip a one-handed weapon in my thing, and if I switch to it, you will see I will eventually. It takes a moment, but eventually I will build up Skyborn Might. If you attack enemies, it actually gets more stacks. Is this guy still alive here? Yeah. So you see that meter under my health bar going up. Now it's at 2. And you see that I like passively get Skyborn Might. This is pretty handy because like I can run around with this blade, build up my Skyborn Might. I will get into that what it does in a minute. And then like once I get into a main battle, I can switch to my main weapon and have all my Skyborn Might. But more on Skyborn Might later. But you see, I will switch to my thing, and even though I'm talking right now, it will passively build up my stacks. But for what is this good is like it a one-handed weapon. I think is best suited for like a magic or a feathering build that are like the magic types you have. You have magic and you have feathering. Kind of see it as like magic and fate in Elden Ring, for example. I think like a one-handed weapon is really great for that. If you go to like the skill tree from it, you see that it also gives you a lot of magic build up and a lot of feathering scaling. So I think for that it might be better. I also plan to do a magic build for my second playthrough in this game. Then you have the two last weapons that is like the long sword and the spear. Personally, I didn't really vibe with the spear. I tried it a couple of times, but for me it didn't really do it. But I will cover it nonetheless. But I will start with a weapon that I actually used for a little bit, and that is the longsword. The longsword kind of gives you more this parry then attack type of gameplay. So it's not like the daggers. The daggers clash while you're attacking. Here you actually have to parry and then attack. So you see here you have the sword counter. So you can literally use that to like counter an enemy's attack and then counter attack them if you upgrade a skill. Um, Also, I think that like the best weapons to build up Skyborn Might are like the daggers and the longsword, because the longsword gets like a Skyborn Might on his second attack every time. And then obviously you have like different Art of War that you can equip. Like you can try them all for yourself. I'm not gonna cover them here. But like you have all different ones. Like in the X, for example, you have an Art of War here. That also gives you like life leech on your axe, so you don't even need a needle for it. Uh, but I fight more with Earthshaker to have that face tanking type of gameplay. But you can kind of already see it, you know. If you want a face tank, the axe is for you. If you wanna like more parry focused, like more like Sekiro kind of gameplay, the longsword is for you. If you want to focus on magic, then I would suggest the one-handed. And if you like just want to spam attacks and also like defend yourself, the daggers are really for you. And then you have like the spear. The spear is more like there's like a huge emphasis on like its aerial bulwark. It's like you like dodge and parry at the same time. So you dodge away, and if you like parry an attack while doing that, you get Skyro Mind from it. Personally, I think the Spear Veil kind of does the same, but has like a nicer hitbox and a nicer, faster animation. But like, if you want a more like dodge focused gameplay, the Spear is for you. So you see, that is kind of what I mean. Like, it's not like really like light and heavy weapons like in most Souls games. It's more like the weapon defies your playstyle. Personally, it took me a little time to like get the hang of it, to actually see how it actually works. But like I said, once I got into it, especially with the daggers, I cannot help it. It's literally my favorite weapon in this game. Like I literally loved the oh, I can just attack and like clash slash parry at the same time. So for me, that was really the way to go. That was really the way that I love to play. Um, Personally, I'm not gonna lie. I think daggers are better for humanoids. Axes are better for monster like enemies. But like I said, the weapon that you choose is really gonna have a big impact on how you play the game. Then, of course, you have like this skill tree as well. There are just your like general upgrades. Like you can increase the healing from your flask, you can increase the charges of your flask. Um, then you have things here if you want to like focus on spells, increase the burn damage, or like the burn buildup from spells, increase the frostbite buildup from spells. So this is like spell focused. Here you have different needles. I will get into that in a second as well. You have more needles here. Needle upgrades that you have more charges, that it takes longer before the effect wears off, stuff like that. You see, you also have feathering and magic scaling here, and then just like some like endurance and life upgrades. So another nice thing about this skill tree is that I can reset everything. So you see, these are like the nodes that upgrade your weapons. So your weapon upgrades are tied into your skill tree. It's not something that you go to a blacksmith for. They're like literally tied into your skill tree. And the nice thing is that what I can do is like, I'm just gonna like showcase it here. Let's say that I unlock this skill and I have something like, yeah, I tried the longsword. It's not really for me. I can just go here, click it, and I will get all my skill points back. Same thing here, I can do that for 11 nodes, I can do that for 50 nodes here, and it literally works for everything. You know, if I have something like, oh, I upgraded it, but I don't like it, there we go, I can get all my upgrades back. So you can literally like respec at any time, there's no penalty whatsoever. Upgrade materials you find, you get everything back. It's really nice to have such a flexible skill tree. Um, really, yeah, just a really nice way to like let you experience with everything the game has to offer without any penalties. Where like in other Souls games, if you like upgrade a weapon at the blacksmith and you don't like it, like let's say halfway through the game, well, you kinda wasted like a few upgrade materials on it. If that is like some basic upgrade materials, it's not really that bad. If you like upgraded it to like plus 10 or something with like, let's say, a more like special like upgrade material that there is like only like let's say three in the game every playthrough, well, you kind of wasted it. That's not the case here. Then to get into a few other things, I will first get into like the tempering. So what you do have, you have different tempering needles. I just have two. It's like the fire one and the life leech one. But like I showed you in the skill tree, you can unlock different needles that give different effects. So what this does, it doesn't work in every weapon. It works on most weapons, but some weapons, especially some special weapons, you cannot buff with those needles. But most weapons you can buff. So to like showcase what this thing does is like you see I have this item. You can kind of see it in my quick slots. So you have the vase, and then you have this arm. Let me actually show you in the inventory real quick. You have the temperance. This arm is like an item that will refill when you rest at the shrine. And I have up to three uses. I cannot use it on this weapon, for example, because this is a special weapon. But I can use it on my daggers. You see now it's like glown up. And if I use it, you see that my blades are like covered in blood, you could say. Well, if I now like attack an enemy, let's say here, you see that heals me, right? Also those flashes you see, that's actually the clash from the daggers that's going off. Uh, you see that there as well, I clashed with it and I took no damage. Whoops, that was not meant to be. That's also something you can do. You can like quick swap to your other weapon, and then do like some kind of an attack. For like my daggers, it's like a block you can do, and for my one-handed, it's like this like power attack. I can actually like charge it more by sacrificing. You see, it's then like stronger. You you also have like different upgrades for that in the skill tree, like here. Um, you see, swift routes are more potent. Personally, it's not something that I did all too much, but it's also a mechanic you have. Um, and also you have this bigger nose. You see, the fourth, fifth, and sixth attack do clash. So like your weapon really gets better the more you invest into it. Like this is like a skill that is like bound to my weapon. So you also have like some skills that are like weapon bound. That like if I block with the twin bandits, that's the dual blades that I have, they actually get vulnerable. But like I said, you can pretty much do it with everything. Like if I switch it to like let's say fire here, if I now put it on my daggers, you see they're coated in fire instead of blood. And to quickly go over it again, you have different needles. I can also like reset it at any time if I want. But you see, you have what is it? You have a feathering, you have a leech, magic, arcane, frostbite, corruption, blight, poise break. That's like a little bit of bleed effect, and lightning. So you can literally boost your weapon with anything you want. Like I said, there are some weapons it doesn't work on, but on most weapons it works. That being said, though, you also have a benediction that are just like gems that you can like put on your blade. So like if you go over my daggers, what do? They have an increased potency of blocks and clashes. This like this weapon in particular does both of them. You can block with it and you can clash with it. So it makes it more potent. If I gain Skyborn Might, that are my stacks down on the left, then I get like Life Leech on my blades, and then the last effect, gaining Skyborn Might. No wait, yeah, conservative attacks increase your damage. So the more I attack, the more damage I do. And there are also stones that I can freely swap out. You also have like stones that are like that like belong to each other. They have like this little icon. You can like match three of them together, and then you get like I have no set effects at the moment, but if I have like one more impale stone, greatly increase the power of step attacks for my weapon. So you see there are like nice set bonuses. You can ignore them, but you can also go for them. And you have like three different, you have oath, memory, and wisdom in just like different slots. But you can combine them however you like. Then to get into Skyborn Might. So what is Skyborn Might? Skyborn Might is like you could say your a little bit your mana bar in some capacity. So if you see you have weapons and every weapon has like skills. Block is free. But most weapons they have like this blue dot near it. So to activate Blade Master, I need to have one Skyborn Might. Like if you go to here, it's also one Skyborn Might. If I go to my X, you see the block is free, but Empyrean Crush, uh, I need like two Skyborn Might for that. It also ties into your spells. So this is like one magic, there's also one and there's three. You have like a lot of them. You see, you have three, uh, four as well. You have like five as well, like this one. Uh, so like different weapon skills, different spells, they all come with different Skyborn Might costs. But pretty much like you see the buttons down there, I can do that. You see, and now my Blade Master is active. You can actually see that on the small little icon under my stamina bar. That's how I know it's active. You see, now I can refresh it, and now you see it's not really glowing. That's because I don't have the Skybound Might for it. But that is pretty much what you do. Like different attacks, they have different effects, but you can also use them. I mean, most of them you can also use without Skyborn Might. So you see, I have like my Empyrean Crush, I can do it. And I have this jump attack that I will eventually crush down. Now I'm gonna do it like with the Skyborn Might actually available. So I'm quickly gonna fight some enemies here. It's a little hard. Wait, I might do it with my other weapon. Also, like different weapons, they have different ways to acquire Skyborn Might. I will also go over that in a second. Just gonna wait a little second for my second. Yeah, you see? So now I have two Skyborn Might, and if I now switch to my axe and I do the same move, you see it is way faster and it actually has some fire on the attack as well. So like Skyborn might, for some things it's required, like for spells, you really need the Skyborn might. For like weapon skills, most weapon skills you can do in a slightly weaker version, but it still works. So to let me actually go first over how you build up Skyborn might with the different weapons. So if we go back to the skill tree, how it works, like for an axe, for example, um, I think it's this one, or is it this one? Yeah, you see, the forward attack of an axe light attack combo grants 3 stacks to Skyborn might. So here you get Skyborn might mainly by the forward attack. Daggers, they get Skyborn might every time they clash with an enemy. And because you can attack like a lot and like for a long time, you constantly will be clashing, so you constantly will get your Skyborn might. The Like I already told you, the one-handed is a little differently. You will get like this build up that increases the fleeting time, and fleeting time gives you Skyborn might over time. The more stacks you have, the faster you get your Skyborn might. That's why it might be ideal for like a magic build that I said. The the longsword will get it on like I believe um wait I kind of forgot my words for a second. So yeah, the longswords will get it on like parries. If you do parries, or if you do like the second attack, you will get Skyborn might, and here it ties into the aerial bulwark. So if you like trigger that in the right way, you get I believe 4 Skyborn might, so you get quite a bit. But you see, it's all different. This clash, this is the fourth attack. This is parries and second attacks. This is like the bulwark dodge, and this is the just over time. Besides those way, you also get Skyborn might by dodging an attack. So if you like dodge an attack on time, you will get a Skyborn might, and you can have a maximum of 5. Everything has like different colors, and it like every color um, gets like another other stack. So you see now for this spell I only need 1. You see that's like some swords you can throw out. Then I have like this blood bomb I can throw out, and this like a buff that reduces damage. And that being said, let us get into the different type of spells in this game. So like you have a lot of them. I'm not gonna cover all of them. I'm just gonna cover the types. So you have magic, feathering, and others. Magic is like magic and it scales with magic. You have feathering. It is like pretty much like magic, but you can kind of see it as magic and fate, like in Elden Ring. You know, like they kind of are the same, but they just scale differently. And then you have others. Others are just they don't belong to magic. They don't belong to feathering. They're just different spells. Often buffs or um, anything that is like not damage related. You see, this is others as well. There's like a dodge ability you can have. Um, are there any others? Not at the moment, I think. No. So, what does that kind of do? It's just like 2 types of magic you have. You have the magic spells. They only are like mainly scale with your magic attack or your magic attribute. Feathering spells, they scale with your feathering attribute. It's pretty much that simple. Like there are quite a lot of spells. There are also quite a lot of spells that you might like. Some you will not like, but it's just the scaling that changes at the end of the day. And then you have discipline that are also like your weapon skills. So here I have one at the moment, but here I have my Southern Strike, and I can equip a different one on it. It's a Blade Master in my case. But every weapon has like a set and a switchable like Edge of War. I'm gonna call them like that. So like the top one is like that one is set. You cannot change it. Here is the Emperor Crash. Here the Sacrifice, and here it is block that you have. But you see, now I have Blade Master. If I want, I can switch that up by going to a shrine, go to my discipline skills, daggers, I equip it, and now I don't have the Blade Master anymore, but now I can actually do like a kick, or like not really a kick, it's more like a yeah, some kind of attack. What is it called? Sudden Strike. So now I do Sudden Strikes. Quickly gonna change that back. There we go. But all of those, they're not set. You can reset them. You can get your points back if you don't like a skill. So don't be afraid to like experiment with certain things. Then you can also teleport to any location in a game. If there are NPCs that want to talk to you, the game will also tell you like, hey, here is an NPC at this place. Like try to find them. It's not always easy. Sometimes they're well hidden, but if you go there, you will find someone that wants to talk to you. Then you have entered the dream. Enter the dream is just like resting. You just get this smoke for a bit, and the world state will have reset. So like all the enemies are back there and there as well. So then you have the tempering, that is like your weapon buffs, your weapon gems. You also have invoke here. Um, that turns into your madness. I will get over madness in a second as well. But you can buy something here and it will increase your madness. Then you have the storehouse, pretty self-explanatory. Everything you want to get rid of, you can. You see you have quite a lot of weapons as well. Your discipline skills, your skill trees, and we're back at teleport. So what does madness do in this game? Well, madness is like it will build up over time in two ways. Well, actually more, but mostly two ways. If you die, madness will build up, and if you kill human enemies, it will also build up. So what does madness do? It has some effects. For example, an effect that I have is this one, I guess. Yeah. For example, this. Well, at 90% of my madness, the final strike of weapon light attack combos restore some health. I also have like another one here somewhere. Um, yeah, for example, for my one-handed weapon, when I'm above 90% madness, it will only lower to 3 stacks instead of 1. And then I have one more, I believe. Yes. Well, at or above 50% madness, my tempering is like accelerated, so I think I can showcase you that. You see, it's like pretty fast. I think I'm already above 50%. Let's quickly see. Yeah, I'm already above, but you see, it's like pretty fast. Um, it will be slower once I'm like below 50%. And 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 then I already hear you wondering like what does it do when it's like maximum? So you see now its maximum is totally red. The item that I used is just an item that replenishes itself that I can build up my madness. So what does it actually do is like if you die while in this state, just gonna die here a second. And there we go. So now that we did die, you will see that the game tells you like madness descends, huh? The power, like your power increases, but you also take more damage. This does two things. If like now go to a boss room and you die again, nothing will really happen. You will still be at your madness stage. You will still have the increased damage. You will still have the increased damage taken. But if you go back to your souls, my souls are somewhere there. It will actually spam a demon, and you need to defeat the demon to get your stuff back. The demon will attack you, but also like enemies. It can be really powerful, but you see, it's like this white thing. She will probably only, yeah. But you see, enemies also attack her. She will also attack them. But I was kind of stuck on the thing there, unfortunately. But now I lost my stuff, obviously. And then you see now I'm like at the normal stage again. And that is pretty much all what it does. Now I can go here, for example, and like buy something. Let's say I want 5 of those. They give me 20 madness with everything that I buy from them. So you see, if I now go to my madness in my inventory, it's already at 100. But it will be at 0 if you like defeat the demon or if the demon defeats you. But like you said, or like yourself, for certain effects you want to be on like some kind of a threshold. Um, that being said, that pretty much covers the game. I didn't went into any spoilers. Um, One thing that I'm just gonna repeat that is really important uh, for like a lot of the games, like try out different weapons. The weapon really has a big impact on how you play the game. Face tanking is the X. If you just want to spam your attacks and don't really care, go for dual blades. Do you want to do something magic? Go for the one-handed. Dodging is spears, and if you want more of a normal parry, Sekiro-like combat, go for the longsword. Also, like one thing that I forgot to mention is you also have pendants. Pendants are just like bonus effects. You also have a lot of them that give you different effects. Then you have armor sets. They give you mitigation and resistance. But most of the time you can just like pick whatever you want, whatever you like. You can also transmog it. I can like for example go here, take that mask, and you see now it's totally different. And if I wanna like reset it again, now it's the bird phase again. But like compared to my early impressions, the game is really good. I think the story is really good. You have like 4 endings, so you definitely get your money's worth when it comes to like time investment. Everything in the game feels valuable if you or viable rather if you ask me. Magic feels good. Um, if you get the hang of the weapons, they also feel good. Yeah, I have nothing to really say. They also released an update, I believe today, or like in the coming days, where they like address some issues, like your knockdown animation will get more frames. Your healing will be faster. I think it will be faster than that. I don't think I have the update yet. So they're really working on it. They're really trying to improve the game on like the maybe slightly minor points, but that's what I really feel about this game is like most of the things that you have are minor complaints. You see, you have heavy attacks, you have criticals as well. Um, but yeah, I would really say like play this game. It is good. Uh, I really love it that like by changing your weapon, your game completely changes. It's yeah, it's just amazing if you ask me. And like to get back on my points that I started out with. Um, yeah, the the like weights to the attacks, they're not really necessary once you find a weapon that you really like the gameplay of. I also mentioned something about leveling up, um, like that I didn't always see it, that I always forgot it, but it actually will glow up gold when you can level up. Uh, you can also see how much it like cost here to level up. And for the rest, I think it's a really good game. It it has a lot of flexibility in its combat. The story is pretty good. The visuals also good. I had a few minor performance issues. Like sometimes what I had is like when I was playing, I had like a massive frame rate drop that like my screen did freeze for like a second. But even though that might sound bad, for the rest I had no issues on this game whatsoever. The issue that I mentioned maybe happened 3 or 4 times in my 70 hours that I played, so it is really yeah, really good. Like I said, you have four endings. You have different play styles. Like I said, I'm gonna do a magic build for this one. So I need to leave behind my beloved daggers. So I'm going to form like a clash combat to like a magic combat, or maybe I might go for the straight sword and go for more a normal parry focused. I might retry the spear and go for a dodge more focused combats. I don't think that there are any Souls games that offer um like such distinctive like playstyles depending on your weapons. Uh, yeah, I also love the fact that your weapon upgrades, like this is plus 10, it's like tied into your skill tree. You can reset it at any time. So yeah, I can do nothing else than like recommend this game. Also the latest patch notes. They give a lot of quality of life improvements. So if you like stop playing this game for any reason before the update, maybe try it now again. Maybe you like it more. And that is pretty much everything that I have to say for my review. All my reviews are on PlayStation. For if someone wondering, uh, I'm only covering consoles pretty much on this channel. But that being said, like go try out the game, try out the different weapons. Like I can not really stress it enough, really try the different weapons. If you don't like one playstyle, you might love the other. Like I started out with the X, didn't really like the dual swords at the beginning, and now they're like my most used weapon because I started to understand them. And that being said, I will see you in the next video. Um, Also check out my walkthrough from like my first gameplay. You might like that as well. And yeah, that will be it for today. And I see you in the next video.